Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another college basketball prospects video, and I have two props that I like so far on the slate. Now, granted, there's only two games to pick from, so I kind of just did a round robin of the two games. So pick one game, one player from each game. So in the first or the second game, the last game, I have Christian Cook over 9.5 points. Some people may ask, why is his line so low at 9.5? Well, due in part because his team is a 19.5 point underdog in this spot, going up against Texas, and he's a predominant 3-point shooter. So that's why his line is at 9.5 and not at 10. And then also Joshua Jefferson over 9 rebounds is the second player prop that I like for tonight. So let's start off with the first one being Christian Cook. So one thing that I've noticed watching Texas play so far this year is that they allow 3-point shooters to pretty much go off against them. As you can see here, Xavier Brown is a big 3-point shooter for St. Joe's. He managed to make 4 of his 7 threes. He managed to get 15 points, making one free throw and then an extra shot from the field of a 2-point variety, a 2-point attempt. And then also they allowed John Mobley to go ridiculous against them off of the bench. I think he put up like 15 points off the bench. He made 4 of his 4 threes that he attempted. I don't know if you guys, hold on one second. So as you guys can see here, John Mobley. So he made 2 free throws and he made 4 threes. So they pretty much allow opponents to go off against them from 3-point range. I think they ranked 245th in the country and allowing 3-pointers. I'm gonna go back so I can show you guys. So they're 245th in the country at allowing opponents to shoot 34% from 3. And then also this is kind of a slow-paced game for both teams, as neither one of them likes to speed up the game pace. But as you can see here, New Mexico State has a 3-point advantage, and they also have a field goal attempt rate advantage as well. So that means they will put up a bunch of shots or a lot of shots. I just like him in this spot. He attempts 60% of his shots from 3-point range, Christian Cook, and he makes 36% of his threes from 3-point range. And just overall from like the teams that he's played against, as you can see here, a lot of these teams allow a lot of 3-pointers, but Texas only allows 23s per game, and they allow opponents to only attempt 36% of their shots as 3-pointers against them. And a lot of teams don't have really a lot of success against them from inside the arc, a 2-point range, as their top 5 in the country, and allowing opponents to only shoot 41% from 2-point range. So didn't want to kind of take Carpenter. Carpenter is the big trendy pick because he's went over or at least pushed his line in every game this year of getting 10 points in every game this year. So I'd rather take a 3-point shooter as opposed to a predominant 2-point shot attempt player from Carpenter, because he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, as you guys can see here on the scatter plot I just recently showed you guys. He only attempts 46% of his shots from 3-point range, and he's only a 33% 3-point shooter as well. So that's why I'm siding with Christian Cook. But moving forward to our last prop, which is Joshua Jefferson. Now, granted, he's only hit this line in only 3 games so far this year of getting over 9 rebounds, or even pushing with 9. He's had only 3 times this year, but this is a really good spot for him. For one, Iowa is a really poor defensive rebounding team and offensive rebounding team as well. As you can see here, total rebounds, they're 310th in the country in total rebounds, whether it's offensive or defensive. And then to take a deeper dive, they are 328th in the country in allowing opponents to get defensive rebounds, as well as 260th in allowing opponents offensive rebounds. So what I did on the scatter plot with Iowa State, we can kind of take Iowa off of here. I was just looking at something with Iowa. So with Iowa State, right, their rebound, so I want to take their best rebounder as far as defensive rebounding as well as rebounding overall. And as you can see here, he soars above everybody else in defensive rebound percentage at 29%, and then his overall rebound percentage is 19%. But we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to go look at his offensive rebounding percent as well. His offensive rebounding percent is 8.3%, which is is actually the highest on the team. Deshaun Jackson as well as Brandon Sheffield. But a lot of these guys have low minutes, so when they get 2 or 3 rebounds, it equate for a lot, and their percentage kind of fictitiously goes up. And Deshaun Jackson doesn't play a lot of minutes, so he has 13% rebound percentage, and Joshua Jefferson has 8%. So I'd rather take Joshua Jefferson because he is the overall best rebounder on the team. And also in this matchup, as you can see here, the 3 teams that he did go over against, this Iowa team is really, really good at hold on one second, let me switch this up to offensive rebound. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Offensive rebound. Offensive. Okay, here it is. So offensive deep rebounding percentage. So this is the second best matchup to Jacksonville State that he's faced so far this year. And this is also, we have benefited with the pace up spot in this matchup because both teams like to play at a pretty fast tempo. As you can see here, Iowa State is 70th in the country, which is surprising because if you've watched them the last couple of years, you've noticed that they are pretty much a slow-paced team. They like to walk the ball up the court. Super, super good defensive team as well. And that's why I like their rebounds as well, because they will force Iowa into bad shots, as well as late in the shot clock shots where they're just heaving desperation shots up, which will lead to easy rebounds as well. And then they just also don't really have any advantage as other than near proximity advantage, Iowa, in this matchup. So they don't really have any true offensive advantages as far as shooting wise from 3-point or mid range. So if they force them into late desperation shots from 3 or mid range, that should be some easy collectible rebounds for him as well. So I like him in this spot to go over. I can easily see him getting between 5 to 6 rebounds a half, as long as he stays out of foul trouble and is productive when he's on the court as well. So those are my 2 that I like for you guys. Not gonna hold you guys too much longer. I go back over them. Christian Cook over 9.5 points, as well as Joshua Jefferson over 9 rebounds. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and best of luck. And I'll see you guys next time.